I'm Phyllis Tickle, and I'm here talking with Pete Rollins.
Something I really like about your work is that it's a call to the whole church.
Yes.
Some people say that the church, they couldn't get rid of St. Francis of Assisi. They didn't really listen to him. They actually provided a little space where he could do his work. And because of that, we needed Luther, we needed a Reformation. Yeah. If we'd listened to St. Francis, we wouldn't have needed it. And what my concern is that these emerging groups will be given a place within the church to do their work, either as youth ministry or evangelistic ministry, and the church as a whole won't hear the message. And because this is a message, I think, to the whole church, not to a little segment of the church.
And it's going to bring out, I mean, I live in the country, right? Yeah. And so you know immediately, if you live in the country very long, you know immediately, that where the pond and the meadow meet is where the activity is, in that border between the pond. I mean, if you want to see life, look at the edge of the pond. And I'm fascinated by the fact that the so-called hyphenateds, the Anglo-emergent, Presbyterian, Meth-emergent, Luther, whatever, there's a lot of activity in there in which traditional Protestantism is sort of dropping back. And these folk who are emergent in sensibility, who've had the shift into postmodernity, there's no way going back. You can't go back from postmodernity. You're born into it, that's it. And they're beginning to merge with the extant emergent community. There's an awful lot of energy there in this thing that's coming up, and it excites me to death to watch it. So that I think this may become essentially 60% of the church.
Fantastic. See, this is what I think you're doing, which is really important. Is other groups are saying, well, we'll give a little place for it. We'll put it in the side, and there's a side chapel. Baby. No, this is a message to everybody.
That's everybody. Everybody. And I'm especially interested in sometimes when talking to Roman Catholics, they want to say, oh, but it's not, it's not going to affect the Roman Church. A quarter to a third of the cohorts I get around are natal Roman Catholics.
Right?
I mean, it's total. It's the whole church. And I've been interested that in the last 3 or 4 weeks, I've picked up some correspondence from Orthodox priests, and Brian sent me the name of one not long ago who had written into Emergent Village, wanting to know what to do with Emergence.
Wow!
So now all we need is a Nestorian or an Ethiopian Christian or something to show up and begin. So then we would have the whole church for the first time in 2,000 years, essentially. Well, in 1,500 years. All beginning to be a unit again.
Yes.
Ever since Chalcedon.
Exciting. I mean,
it is exciting.
Yeah.
It's a great. I love being old, but I sure resent the fact I'm not going to live to see the end of it.
Brilliant.
Because it is fun.
Yeah.
It is definitely fun.
And this, for me, this is a return to something. It's not like something new. I always worry when people say, I want to return to, the church before Constantine, before Paul, or the church before Platonic philosophy, or the church before Paul. I go, no, the point is not to return to some pure church in the past. The point is to return to the event which gave birth to the early church. And when we return to that event, to that Christ event, then something new and wonderful will emerge. Both simultaneously old, because we're returning to the source, we're radical in the sense of returning to the roots, and also innovative and new.
Yes. Radical is root.
Yeah.
Any way you go at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
Fun. Thanks.